You know what's terrifying? Most people lose control of their brain before they even leave their bed. Not at noon. Not during work. The exact moment they wake up. And honestly, I didn't realize how bad it was until I caught myself doing something deeply pathetic. One morning, I opened my phone for just 2 minutes. Then I looked up, and 47 minutes had straight up vanished. My room was still dark. My brain already felt fried. And I hadn't even started my day yet. That was the moment I realized I wasn't waking up anymore. My brain was just on permanent download mode. Think about what happens every morning. Before your brain fully wakes up, you're already absorbing notifications, messages, TikToks, emails. Other people's drama, other people's fake perfect lives, and other people's problems. Your brain goes from peaceful silence to full psychological warfare in under 30 seconds. And the scary part? Modern apps are engineered to hijack your attention, not protect it. That's why your focus feels broken. That's why studying feels like physical pain. That's why sitting quietly feels almost impossible now. Your brain isn't lazy. It's just chemically overwhelmed. There's a massive difference. One morning, I noticed something weird. I reached for my phone automatically before I even opened both eyes. Like a literal NPC. And that honestly disturbed me. Because it wasn't a conscious decision anymore. My brain was operating on autopilot. Scroll. Consume. React. Repeat. Every single morning. And slowly, the side effects kicked in. Brain fog. Constant distraction. Zero patience. Studying for 10 minutes felt harder than doom scrolling for 2 hours. And the worst part? I kept blaming myself for lacking discipline. But the truth is, the matrix around me was literally training my brain to stay distracted. 24/7. So I tried something small. Not some insane, toxic, wake up at 4 a.m. and conquer the world routine. Just one simple rule. For the first 30 minutes after waking up, zero screen time. That's it. Honestly, the first few days felt like withdrawal. My hand kept reaching for my phone automatically, which is kind of insane when you think about it. So instead, I replaced stimulation with silence. Water. Sunlight. Stretching. Breathing. No content. No scrolling. No noise. And something weird started happening. My thoughts became slower. Cleaner. Less chaotic. It felt like my brain finally had space to breathe again. For the first time in a long time, my morning stopped feeling like a state of emergency. And this is where most people get trapped. They think productivity is about doing more. More apps. More routines. More life hacks. More motivation. But honestly, most people aren't overwhelmed because they're lazy. They're overwhelmed because their brain never gets a single second of recovery. Your attention works exactly like a battery. And every notification, every scroll, every piece of useless information slowly drains it. Then people wonder why they can't focus later. That's like draining your phone to 2% and then expecting it to render a 4K video for 6 hours. Social media made this worse. Because now, constant dopamine overload feels normal. Silence feels uncomfortable. Stillness feels boring. And deep focus feels like a superpower. So instead of trying to completely reinvent my life overnight, I focused on protecting my attention. That changed everything. Here's what actually worked. No phone for the first 30 minutes. Sunlight before screens. Movement before content. And most importantly, killing the addiction to perfect routines. Because self-improvement can secretly become another form of procrastination. Watching productivity videos all day does not make your life productive. Repeated actions do. Tiny, boring habits do. Consistency does. Not motivation. Look, I'm not saying you need to wake up at 5 a.m. I'm not saying technology is evil. And I'm definitely not saying your life changes overnight. But I do think this matters. The first moments of your morning shape the emotional direction of your entire day. And if every morning starts with chaos, your brain never truly rests. So tomorrow, before you touch your phone, just sit there for 1 minute. In silence. No music. No scrolling. No stimulation. Just breathe. Because maybe the real reason you feel mentally exhausted isn't because your brain is weak. Maybe it's because your attention is never protected. And honestly, learning how to protect your attention might be the most important survival skill of our generation. If this video made you think differently, hit subscribe to Biohacked Brain. Let's take back control of our minds, one morning at a time. See you in the next one.